In this lecture, we are going to discuss tips and techniques to attempt paper 1 of our O level English language exam, new pattern for examination from 2024 onwards. As you have already gone through the details of the assessment that is being provided to us by Cambridge, paper 1 is now called reading and the time is 2 hours and the marks are 50. So these are the instructions and the paper pattern that is it has been slightly changed, that is now it has become the comprehension paper. So you have to read all the instructions from minor to major so that you can understand how to attempt the new pattern of paper 1. I'm going to read it quickly. Candidates answer all the questions in two compulsory sections. You have the specimen paper, so you are going to analyze and you can see what are the two kinds of questions. Candidates write their answers in the space provided on the question paper, and the texts are printed in the, that is, it is a printed paper, and you have to answer on the question sheet. No extra sheet is going to be taken. This is very important. Dictionaries must not be used. Now coming to section A, that is comprehension, that is just similar to our previous pattern, that is we are going to have the question and answers. However, and use of language, that this question, it has been introduced it is have been introduced now in the new paper pattern from 2024. So we are going to analyze and we are going to see how to attempt this kind of question, because it is having causing great difficulty for the students. So question number 1 is almost the same, that is comprehension task. You candidates, they respond to a series of sub questions based on text a narrative text. These are short answers testing understanding of both explicit and implicit meanings, that is the hidden meaning and the obvious explicit and implicit. So the kinds of questions would be the same, that is what using 5 W's: what, when, where, how, and then explain in your own words, and then give reasons maybe, or give one word. That is quite similar to our previous paper pattern. So you can see what is being given about the text A, so you can go through it. Coming to question 2, now this is important and we are going to discuss and practice how to attempt this question, because it is somehow that the candidate is going to answer in his own words and to understand the language and to answer the questions that are not clearly given in the text. Candidates respond to a series of sub questions based on text A. These are short answers worth a total of 9 marks relating to the author's use of language and the effect this has. Previously, we have meaning and effect question. Now it has been altered, it has been changed, and now language task is being introduced in the question number 2 of our paper 1. So you have to be very pertinent about it, and we are going to discuss how to attempt it. So you can read what are the assessment objectives, and obviously you must be crystal clear about that. It has section A has 25 marks, question 1 comprehension task 16 marks, and question number 2, that is use of language, it is 9 marks. Now coming to section B of this section, that is again what we have done, we have been practicing, we have already been doing in our previous paper pattern, that is summary. But there is an addition of now short response questions. So in this video we are going to discuss and we are going to discuss the tips and techniques how to attempt that question and what are the different kinds of questions. So again, it is 25 marks. Summary task is the same, but the biggest difference in the previous paper pattern and the new one is that now you are not going to write the content points. You are just, obviously you are going to find out the points, you have to underline the points, that you are not going to jot them down. You are going to have the rough sketch, or you are, previously we have 12 marks for the uh, content points and then the summary, but now you have to write the full-fledged summary, that is having the 20 marks and 5 marks for the short response. So it has become quite difficult in a way, if you are not going to, because under you have to underline the points, you have to number them, the technique is the same. So we are going to discuss and we are going to practice a sample question of summary also, in this video, and these are the instructions. You can go through them. These are easily available in your details of the assessment. Then we have the question number 3b, that is the new addition in our paper pattern, section B, that is short response task. After the summary task, you are going to attempt this question. It is 5 marks. What you have to do, candidates, give a short response to show understanding of implicit meanings and attitudes in response to text piece. So it is not explicit, it is implicit. So you have to think, you have to ponder, and then you have to, because the question would be based on the text, but you have to use your own words and you have to give your own ideas. So again, you have to remind yourself again and again that your command of grammar, tenses, it should be you should be having very strong command of all these aspects of language paper. So after this, we are going to start how we are going to attempt paper 1's section A.